Welcome, Gunjan and Avi Gambir. It's a pleasure
Hi.
seeing you both. How are you?
Good.
Good, good. How are
Awesome.
you?
Good. Thank you so much. I had the pleasure of working with Gunjan and Avi to plan their destination wedding in Mexico. It was such an amazing time working with you both. Looking back on your wedding day, what is one piece of advice you would give to future brides about the planning process?
Uh, First, to hire you,
Thank
A,
you.
and then trust you completely because that made our lives so much easier. Honestly, we have to thank you. I know we don't thank you enough, but because of you, our wedding, all aspects of it just ran so smoothly.
I'm so
So
happy to hear that. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, you're super organized, and that's exactly what we needed, and you delivered. So that's the biggest advice
Yeah,
I
like we
could
wouldn't know
definitely
where to
give.
begin.
Yeah.
Like for a normal couple, when you decide you're getting married and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, now what? Like, where do we start? What's the first thing? What
Yeah.
order should you do things in to make sure? Do you pick this thing first? Do you pick that thing first? Does this depend on that? So that kind of stuff you don't think about until like you get there. But just the way you set everything up, it made it so much easier for us
It
to
did.
decide what to
It
do, when
did.
to do it. And it made it fun. It wasn't arduous, and we weren't like arguing back and forth, and because we kind of had a checklist on things we had to do.
It
And
was
I
so
think
memorable. Like people still talk about it. Like,
You
oh,
know,
we had the best time at your
I
wedding.
can't believe it's for 5 years.
I know it's been 5 years. Wow.
Uh,
exactly. So things like that really do make me happy. I truly appreciate that. And I think, Gunjan, what you mentioned was having the faith and having the trust in us. We do this all the time, and really just giving us that faith of planning your wedding. Just, I think, helps us exceed your expectations, right? Versus having you micromanage every detail. And it
okay.
also depends on the type of couple that we're working with and how much they want to be involved in. But really, just having the faith in us does help us help you better. So thank you for that. Were there any unexpected challenges or surprises during the wedding that you wish you had known about beforehand?
I'm trying to think if there was anything unexpected. Honestly, uh, so I guess it's my demeanor and the way I look at things. I remember our programs got left behind, and I was upset for maybe 5 seconds. And then when we got to the mandap, I saw like everyone looking at us. And I'm just like a silver linings person. So I'm like, everyone's like just staring right at us. Like, this is our big moment. I'm like happy we don't have the program. So I just like, made a bad situation a good one. And that was like really one of the only hiccups. Honestly, when I look back, I can't think
Yeah,
of like
because
things
nobody
that went,
knew, right? Nobody knew
yeah, that we didn't have
that
the
there was supposed to be
programs.
programs because nobody
Yeah,
knew they were supposed to be there.
yeah,
That was something, and I don't think we really, even though it was a destination wedding, I think we had everything. I think we were able to bring everything we needed to bring, everything in order. I do remember, I think it's only because it was a destination wedding that the day of our first party, everyone arrived at the same time.
yeah,
And I know
yeah,
that was a little difficult because we didn't expect that, like, the guests getting their rooms wasn't a big deal, but I remember that the DJ and they weren't able to get a room right away. And they were
yeah.
like, we have so much equipment, we have to set up, and they had to set up for our party, which was in a few hours. So
But
I,
it still
yeah,
worked
it
out.
still worked out. They were
It
like,
still
listen, we
worked
just need to
out.
put somewhere to put our stuff down. And they were cool with it. They were able to
Yeah,
go. But I guess we didn't realize that they were going to be overwhelmed because it was like, I think 150 plus people checking in at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's the thing when it comes
Um,
to the venues,
yeah.
unfortunately, we don't have much control about
yeah,
what
Right.
time the rooms are going to be available. And that's
I
something
know.
that is super important for all the guests to know and for the clients to know as far as the check-in process.
Yeah.
When guests do book, we do have a separate team that does manage that so that it's as seamless as possible. but it also does depend on when guests check out and when the rooms are ready on the service aspect. So yeah,
Right.
and then also on the vendor aspect with having the DJs check in the day before is always great, but I believe we had a bit of an issue with them getting there the day before. So
Yeah. I don't know if
um,
they were pre-booked or they had something
Right, they
else
had
because
something.
they were coming all the way from Vancouver.
yes,
So
yes,
they left at like 4 a.m. just to be able to
just to
get
make it.
there, like, yeah, after the afternoon. So it was a long journey for them.
But the
Also,
And
best part was they were still able to rock out your party.
yeah,
You
they
yeah,
know,
were so cool with it. They
they
weren't
were
they didn't
awesome.
they
They were
didn't
good.
they didn't
They were
even make a
good.
big deal about not being able to get a room or anything. They were like, listen, just give us a spot to
jump
put our
yourself.
stuff down and we'll
Yeah.
start. We have no problem.
And
So
that's the
We
best
also
part about having some great vendors
oh
on
yeah,
board is we work as a team to just make sure that everything is just running smoothly for you, no matter what the hiccup.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Gunjan, you
was
were about
gonna
to say something. Sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say we also had 235 people
Yeah.
at a destination wedding, which is like I feel like it's crazy to think. Like you do a destination wedding because you're like, oh, okay, your closest are gonna come and it's gonna be amazing, and you end up having almost
Yeah.
300 people. So we were, but you know what? I loved every second of it. There was so much love in the air. I I look back at the wedding and just I smile every time. So,
I'm so happy to hear that. And I
yeah,
think it's also you're and Avi's energy, right? Remember, we always talked about if you're having a great time, guests feed off that energy and they will have such an amazing time.
I tell
You know,
everyone that, by the
we
way.
tell everyone
yes.
Everybody who's
that
getting married,
advice.
since you gave us that advice, we tell everyone that one part.
I'm
That
so
part,
happy that's that
yeah.
advice is
It
carrying
That
right.
stuck.
on.
That
Yeah.
really stuck.
It really stuck with us. Because I remember at least in the beginning, our Sangeet, I mean, I don't remember leaving the dance floor. Like
Mhm.
me and Gunj were on the dance floor the entire time. And I feel like that made part of the party because everybody wanted to come dance with us. And, they fed off of that energy. We didn't have dinner, appetizers, nothing. We didn't move from
Just
the dance
wanted
floor.
to be
So
enjoyed. We
It's
enjoyed every
about just
yeah,
having a great time
yeah,
and letting it all just be, and letting the professionals handle it. By the time you get there, you're just wanting to enjoy everything.
exactly.
And that's the way it should be. So thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Were there any stand-up professionals who played a crucial role in making your day special?
Yes, definitely. Actually, we can go down the list. First it was you.
Thank you.
Then it was DJ USA Juicy, where we love him. He honestly he rocked that party so much.
Yeah, I feel like he made that
He
that
made
that
that party.
dance floor, that
He was
party.
actually one of my non-negotiables. I was like,
Yes.
we're getting DJ Juicy for this Sangeet no matter what. So
And since that wedding, so many people that were there have
yeah,
used him since
yeah,
because of that event.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because of Sangeet, so many people have used him since.
yeah.
Um,
Wedding by Shooting Stars, our
our
photographer.
photographers were great.
Yep.
He's still like our friend and like does so
We
many
still
things for
talk.
us. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
her first pregnancy shoot he did.
Yep.
He was for our son's first birthday.
Yeah.
He wants to do her second pregnancy shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we still talk to him all the time. He was
He's
awesome.
fantastic. Yeah, they have a great team.
We're still friends with
Yeah.
him.
It's
Yeah.
super
Uh,
creative.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bukhara was really good
Makara
too.
was good.
They're always good, you know.
Yeah.
Who else?
We're not, I mean, we didn't.
Oh, also, sorry. Very important. Hair and makeup. Nina and Ivani
Yeah.
Yes.
from Nina's Herbal Salon. Oh my goodness. I love the way I looked every single event.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. They listen. Like if I was like, oh, I don't want too much here. I want like, less eyeliner, less blush, whatever I wanted. Like Ivani listened to me and she did an incredible job.
They both are amazing.
They're amazing.
And your girls, when we were down there, they
Oh
were
yeah,
so helpful.
they were really,
Like I
really
remember I
good.
needed certain things on the day of the white party. I
Yeah.
couldn't find my hat. And one of the girls, I don't remember her name, but she went and bought me a hat from like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
store
yeah,
in the hotel because I
Fedora.
couldn't find mine and I
Yeah.
wore that at the white party.
Yeah.
So little things like that and like just keeping all our the groomsmen, the bridesmaids in check, make sure they're where they need to be all the time. Because
Yeah.
at a destination wedding, somebody's at the pool, somebody's drinking there, somebody's eating there. Everybody's not always around. So keeping them in check was important. So just where we didn't have to do those things is huge.
Yep.
I'm so happy to hear that. And your
Yeah.
groomsmen and bridesmaids were a riot, by the way. They were so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Especially the pool party. I think that's got to be one of the highlights as well. The pool party, all of the events actually. Your ceremony definitely stands out for me with the beautiful colors, and it was just stunning on the beach. It was
I
lovely.
have some pictures that people ask if those are paintings. They're like, "Is that a painting?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
people don't believe it's a real picture.
that is just how our wedding looked because of the venue where it was, how it was, set up, the decor. It was amazing.
Picture perfect. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
In hindsight, is there anything you would have done differently in terms of wedding planning or the actual celebration?
Anything done differently? No, no, I think we set
No,
it up
nothing that was big enough that mattered,
well.
right? Like maybe little things, maybe like I think I probably would have had my outfit would have been a little different for the ceremony part.
I loved
Little
your
things
outfit.
like that, but I don't think anything major that would have affected, I guess, the guests or the people. I don't think I would change any of the vendors at all. We loved the hotel we got married at.
Loved,
Um,
loved, loved.
we loved the venues. Like the hall that our reception was at was awesome. The white party was great. The dance floor for the white party, I'm so happy that our parents changed that last
LED
minute
dance
to
floor.
the
Yeah.
LED dance
The
floor.
colorful.
So yeah, I mean maybe little things, certain
Nothing
people
major.
inviting someone else or
Nothing
whatever, but
major.
nothing major that I could think of that I would change.
I'm so
Nope.
happy to hear that.
Everything was pretty seamless. Everything flowed. It was great.
It ran smoothly.
Yeah, I didn't.
It
I didn't
ran
have to worry about
smoothly.
anything.
Oh, the one thing I would change is I wish I listened to you because you were like, you have to take pictures with your grandparents. And then by the time
We would change
I
that
got
because
that they had already gone back to their room.
yeah, but even more than grandparents for our reception,
Yeah.
we after getting ready, were busy practicing our first dance
Yeah.
instead of taking pictures.
Yeah.
And our pictures with our family were like after everybody had eaten, when everybody was dancing,
Yeah,
he
we
was
were
like,
like
guys,
disheveled
yeah, we were
by
already
that
like
point.
sweaty and messy and we had to
Yeah.
go take
That
those
was our
pictures.
fault because we
That
didn't
was not his
prepare
fault. That was
before.
our fault.
Yeah.
I would
So
change that.
little, that was the only
Yeah, little thing.
picture organization. You had it down. He had it down. We just kind of, did it.
Yeah, we missed it
We
only
missed
for
a
the
little.
reception. Other than that, I
Yeah.
think we took pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when
Other
you're
events.
nice and fresh right after hair and makeup and
Yeah,
getting all
that's the
decked out,
time.
That's when we should
probably
have
the
done.
best time to go with the flow on that one.
Yeah.
Especially
Because it
me
does
being on
matter,
the dance floor like the whole time. You too, like
Yeah.
both of us. We don't leave the dance floor, so
which is
we
awesome.
look like a sweaty
Kind of a
mess.
good party. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
at
was.
the end
It
of
was
our
amazing.
reception, yeah, it was.
It was. We had this like rose, ensemble, and people were taking the rose petals and just throwing
Yeah,
it in the air, and it was so nice. We have like a lot of pictures from that.
yeah,
It was
That
so
creates
beautiful.
that definitely creates a great photo moment for
yeah.
It
sure.
does. And you know what? We felt the love in the air. We felt it every step of the way. We felt the love. And I remember like by the end of it, everyone was calling me like Bindas Pride, like, free,
Yeah.
free. But because the little things didn't bother me. And I didn't even have those little things to bother me. There was nothing that, could ruin our day.
And
'Cause
that's
it
a
was
great attitude to have. And honestly, I would love more of our brides and grooms to feel comfortable to just be able to let go and just enjoy
yeah,
those moments because it
trust
goes
the
by
process.
so fast
Yeah.
that you spend sometimes over a year in planning. And those days are the days that you really just want to let go, let loose, and just enjoy every
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
But you'll never think about the little things.
Never.
Like no
Never.
matter how much you let them bother you the day of,
Yeah.
like a week, a month, 6 months later, you're gonna be like, I can't believe I let that ruin my, the
Yeah.
half hour, or whatever it is. Because
And it shows in your photos.
yeah, as long as people have fun, people remember that.
That's it.
Nobody like a year later talks about little details. People talk about if the food was good, if the drinks were good, and if the music was good. And
Exactly. It's the
end
food,
up being the most
entertainment, and the
important
booze.
thing. That's it. That's all that
People have
matters.
more fun if the couple's having fun.
Yeah.
They like
Yes.
we said, like they feed off your energy, and I feel like that's huge.
And dad
That's
bought so much
huge.
liquor at the duty free because he wanted to make sure that like certain bottles were there for certain people. So they had a good time.
Punjabi weddings. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those-
That
Well,
was
now
like
a lot of that is available locally, so you're
Yeah.
able to source that locally, no issue.
yeah.
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 But thank you so much for being on Love and Wedding Chronicles. I appreciate you.
Of
Thank
And
course.
you.
congratulations, Gunjan and Avi. I know that you are expecting your second child.
Yes.
God
Yeah.
bless. I
Time
appreciate
flies.
you taking the time to be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Until next time.